Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking. If that means a lot to you guys, keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And today we're talking about the true contenders for Survivor 43. This is something that I want to do almost every week or every other week, especially during this pre-merge. Once we get to merge, this video series will kind of turn into the who will win Survivor 43. But for now, it's the true contenders. And I feel like with this video, I want to highlight 3, 4, 5, 6, however many I see people who I feel like are our true contenders. There's kind of pretenders and then there's contenders. There's people who may be getting a good edit, may have made a good move last episode, may have had a good performance, are fun characters, but those people aren't the true contenders. Ride winners. Those are the people that we're looking for in this video, the people who are really going to set themselves apart from everybody else and could take home that $1 million. And so let's get into it. As always, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff because it's free, it's easy, and it really helps the channel out. Okay, so the first person that I want to talk about here is Ellie. I feel like Ellie is someone who I'm pretty passionate about as far as thinking they're a winner. I don't like Ellie necessarily as a winner. I think she's very cookie cutter, very obvious. I can kind of see it telegraphed, and I don't know, to me it seems pretty obvious. But I think that you have to make that argument, whether you like it or not, that Ellie is playing a perfect winner's game right now as far as the edit is concerned. She had a perfect winner's edit during the first episode where her flaws were shown slightly, but mainly her personal story was shown. And on top of that, her strategy was shown. So we got both her strategy from her perspective, the fact that she was in control of her tribe and had a strong number one ally here in Janine. And on top of that, her personal story with her sister overdosing. And so I felt like we got both facets of that, which is really good for a winner's edit, especially in that premiere. We also saw her connecting her job to the game, which is also good for a winner edit during the premiere. I think overall, I mean, she is just flashing out to me as the biggest true contender and the person that I really didn't even have to think about as far as putting on this list for me personally. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but it just seems a little too obvious. Hopefully it's just a decoy winner or a fan favorite, but to me, it just screams winner to me. My next one, I'm kind of shocked that I'm saying it, but I think Lindsay, just based off this first episode, has a good shot. My main thing here is not necessarily her edit. I don't think her edit was the best for a winner, but I think her position in the game is almost perfect. The thing that I think personally she needs to do is abandon her woman alliance and go with the men on her tribe. I don't think a jury of females would vote for her to win. I do think a jury respect her kind of badass, no crap attitude. I feel like to me that's the only way she wins, but I think she could win that way. And I think if she were to link up with people like for example Jay and Ryan and Gio on her tribe, I could definitely see her doing very, very well in the game. And she's kind of made that alliance with Jay, so she just needs now Ryan and Gio, who don't really seem that picky with who they align with at this point, especially with this female alliance looming. And so I feel like she has people on her tribe that would want to go really, really far with her, way down the path to the end of the game. And it's just a matter of, can she find those people and connect with them in a special way, I guess. My next person is kind of the opposite of Lindsay, and yet he's on her tribe with her, and that's Ryan. I think Ryan is not really positional as far as the reason why I feel like he could win the game, and it's much more of a story, because we got his sob story, which usually the winner, we get their story early on in the season. On top of that, we heard about his family, about him growing up and being born too early and how that affected him, but how he overcame that. He's gotten a positive edit, so no overly negative stuff. He's definitely not the villain on his tribe. And to me, I don't think that these female alliances will win out in the end, especially his tribe, because I feel like the women on his tribe have not been developed that much, especially not Carla and Cassidy, and Lindsay also not that much either. And so I don't think that's a big worry. On top of that, I think he's guaranteed post-merge with his muscles and his strength. There's no way that they vote him out pre-merge, especially after watching the past 2 seasons and the fact that they are going into this thinking no swap. And if there's no swap, there's definitely a need to keep around physical strength during that pre-merge section of the game. And so I feel like they're going to recognize that and basically act accordingly, if they're smart at least, leaving Ryan in a really, really good spot socially and also strategically. Another person who I feel like, if we're talking about who has both the edit and the story as well as the spot in the game that I like, so he has some of what Lindsay has and some of what Ryan has. I think Jesse is that person. Jesse is another one for me who I'm very confident in his game. First of all, his tribe. I think he's in the best spot in the game as far as where his tribe's at, and also the fact that his tribe is not the visibly weakest tribe, which is the yellow tribe. He's on the red tribe, and I feel like, one, he has a solid 3 alliance with NECA and Cody. If he needs to, have an easy vote on his tribe, one of those 2 white girls who have kind of paired off on his tribe are an easy boot, either Justine or Noelle. And then on top of that, I feel like his tribe is actually strong physically, so they're not going to tribal a whole bunch. And then on top of that, if he needs to blindside a person from his own alliance, I think him and NECA would probably flip on Cody. His only issue is going to be getting to merge with Cody and people just not liking Cody, but then again, he can always drop Cody. I haven't even gotten to his personal story yet, which kind of is on par with people like Ellie's with her sister, or Ryan with his early birth. I feel like those 2 stories really match up with this one as far as the best stories so far, as far as the ones that have gotten the most focus, both in previews and in the actual episode. And so I'm definitely more positive on him because he got that I went to jail and now I have a PhD story. It's been broadcast a lot in previews and also in that premiere episode, and so I'm very confident there as well. The winner usually has a very well-rounded story arc, and I feel like he is one to really fit into that. And lastly, I want to address why I don't have Sammy here, which I'm sure a lot of people are going to be yelling at me for in the comments, because his edit was so big, so positive. He was shown as being very smart. His story was shown. Really, it was his whole perspective this entire premiere. And the reason why is I feel like that's just too good to be true. I think Sammy is getting a fan favorite edit. I do not think that he's getting that winner edit. I feel like he's getting that Christian edit where you just really like him, and he's kind of this underdog figure because of circumstances that are outside of his control. But at the same time, I feel like it's almost a little too good to be true. It'd be way too obvious to have Sammy be the winner. I know this is a new era and we don't really know how the edit works yet, at least not in concrete, but I feel like Sammy being the winner here would be way too obvious and would kind of take the fun out of guessing who it's going to be. I predict Sammy goes out probably like 7th place in this season, or late pre-merge. I don't think that Sammy gets even to the finale episode. I feel like it just wouldn't feel right for him to go early on in the finale, or to win or lose at Final Tribal Council. But what do you think? Can Sammy still win? Who are your true contenders of Survivor 43? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, and none of this happens without you guys. Without you guys, I'm just a weird guy spinning a weird microphone. So as always, thank you. And that's what I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.